So one of the questions I'm constantly getting is how to kill Scholas now that the burns have been removed. Now guys, it's not harder per se, it just takes a little bit more time and effort. So we're going to walk you through it. I'll show you the method that we did it. In this, it was actually about 16 minutes and 22 seconds, and this was far from a perfect run. So what happens is just bolt along as long as you can, head left, get to the servitors that are up here, break his bonds. Now it's going to take about 2 or 3 galleys to do it. And then obviously once the bonds are broken, like you see, just keep hitting him with Gallahorns for about 15-20 seconds. Now if it looks like he's going to get up, like he's got up there right up close to us, just get out of there. Don't hang around because he will mess you up. As you see, and it, also with this, stay close together, guys. Hold each other's backs and cover each other's backs. Now by the time you get over to this catwalk, there should be another servitor that's over there. Fire at that, drop the bonds on that. If Scholas isn't around, do some ad control. In fact, you should be doing ad control all the time you can. Don't waste time sitting there waiting for Scholas to come to you, or don't waste time sitting there waiting for Scholas to trying to jump up and shoot him and everything like that. You need those ads gone. So get rid of those ads off the Scholas. Get him away from all those ads. Get rid of all those ads, and then obviously you can go through and then worry about Scholas after that. Now, obviously, we're still just simply going through, burning through all the ads, getting rid of them all. In this, I would recommend using Fang of You if you've got it. I used Gallahorn for obviously rockets, and I also used Found Verdict for my shotgun. So basically, anything with arc on primary and secondary, and obviously Gallahorn, obviously just because it's OP. Once you've gone there and it looks like it's getting too hot, just run. Get out of there. Head up towards the door along that catwalk. And then once you get there, head over to this area once again. And you want to keep doing that triangle formation. Break the bonds on that. And obviously looked like he didn't come over towards the catwalk for some reason. He stayed over there. So I basically got out of there. And as you see, all the other guys are getting out of there now too. I just saw him on the radar, so I bolted. And here they come now. So obviously there's still a few ads. Obviously we're going to try and get those ads down as much as we can. Just getting for one or two cheeky shots into him. And then once we get over here, ad control. And that's what we're going to do. Is just simply focus on ads. Get rid of those ads. There's too many of them and they're just going to mess you up with too much damage. As you see, we're just focusing on them. Bumping down the ads, grinding them away. You can use these 2 half circles or quarter circles or whatever you want to call them. You can use those for shielding. And also if you've got a Titan, you can also pop your bubble in the middle of it too. So that'll give you pretty much one great big long wall. Anybody's asking, no, dying there is not part of the strategy. My bad. Now what these other guys obviously done by now is they're bolted. They should be. I think they actually ran over to the top catwalk, and they're over there at the moment. They went the other way because there was a whole stack of ads down here along the left hand side. So they went over to the right side. Doesn't matter which way you go. Obviously, we always find it going easier going right to left. But if you have to, obviously no biggie, go left to right. Whatever makes it easier for you guys. You just want to keep going in a triangle formation. See that they were over there and now they're going over to the door and now they'll be running over here to res me. But the thing with this list, guys, 3 microphones. You really do need microphones to do this. You also need to work together. We had a really good team this night. We did it first time like that. We tried other times doing it with other players, and you really need to stick together. You really need to work together. You know, having people run off and then stay away from the center of the map. Bad idea to go anywhere near that. You want to stick to the sides if you can. Cover each other. See, there you see a captain, as they always do, jumped up. I was shooting at him. I didn't get to save my mate in time, but yep.
Charger's dead. Shit.
Now the guys, he's obviously gone over to the other side. I believe he's actually after the bonds, after the servitor bonds. I'm just staying here just to res Miska. Or Mister.
There's a server right on the right. You can
just simply waiting, just so I can res my mate. Yeah. And that's the thing too. If one of you goes down, don't worry so much about focusing on Scholas. Get 3 of yous up, because the last thing you want is that poison to pop up when there's one person down. Now that my mate's up again, obviously we can go through and we can focus back on Scholas. And that's all we do. Now that most of the ads are gone, as you can see, comfortably we can jump up, we can fire rockets at him. It's not really doing much damage, he's not really getting a chance to hit us. Obviously he's still firing shots at us, but we're using the cover. And as you see, there's very little ads. Now obviously the ads are starting to come out yet again, because obviously we've dropped him down a fair bit. As you see, they're starting to appear now. So now we're going to switch back to focus back on getting rid of those ads. Getting rid of those ads is so important. Makes it so much easier once you've got rid of them.
Someone can take it now.
Obviously Mister's popped his shield, giving us weapons of light. I was running with blessings of light. If you've got 2 titans, I recommend 1 of each. If you've got 1 titan, I'm going to suggest probably running blessings of light. The reason I say that is because obviously you want the extra shield. And now, okay, so what's happened is the poisons come out. And what happens with the poison is when it gets to about 10 seconds left, you then want to go through and you want to yell out, I've got the poison, or poisons, or someone take the poison, whatever you want to say. Once it gets to that mark at 10 seconds, somebody else has to come and take it. Now, one of you, whoever just took it off you, will be immune. So you need the 3rd person to then come and take it off you again once you've taken it off somebody else. And you just keep switching it between the 3. Now, if you die when you've got the poison, it's not a big thing, because at the end of the day, obviously, if the timer will just keep going, and then obviously and then it'll just give it to somebody else. So, for example, say I had the poison, and I had 20 seconds left, and I got hit by Scholas, and I go down. After 20 seconds, the poison will then go through, and it'll be passed to somebody else that's currently available. Now, as you see there, the markers are actually come out. The dismantling the mines. We've already dismantled 1, and we just dismantled the 2nd one. What happened was we had a hunter who went invisible. He went and dismantled the one that was in the middle, while Mister and I stayed there and took care of that one that appeared there. While we're doing the marker, the one in the middle, the one in the on the catwalk, the hunter has also then gone over and got C. So hunter went and grabbed A. It was in the center because he can go and viz. He's grabbed that. While we've done that, we've dismantled B that appeared where we were, and while we're dismantling B, he's grabbed C. And then we've all met up over here. And I died again. No, that's also not part of the strategy. And that's basically what we're going to do. Now that we've got the ads are out again, obviously going back to ad control, and just simply moving around and just switching the poison between each other, passing it on like hot potato. Obviously, I've got 7 seconds left.
Yeah, I've still got 15 seconds.
2, 1. Now, obviously, by this stage, the guys have gone over to the catwalk, and hopefully by the stage, I wish I had followed them here, and by that stage, they also would be heading back up towards the door, making their way over to here. So there they are there, yep, and they're heading up towards the door already. Now, Mister has come over to res me, and the only reason he broke away from our other mate was because of the fact that he had the poison. He needed me resed so that I could take it off him, like I just did, because the other guy was immune. Alright, so that's the only reason he broke up from us. Otherwise, the 3 of us stick together like glue. Cover each other, swap the poison between each other. The last thing you want to be doing is running halfway across the map because someone has gone off and ran off somewhere else. Now, okay, I died with the poison there. Not a big thing because, like I say, it's still going to keep counting down. Once it's hit 0, it's going to pass it to the other guy because obviously Mr. will be immune. And then obviously after that, then Mr. can obviously res me and I can take it again. Or I can pass it back to Mr. There we go. Mr's now obviously infected or poisoned. So he has a choice. They can come and res me, which obviously I think they're going to do. Or I can pass it to... well, that's actually the only other option, actually. I think the other guy's immune by this stage.
Somewhere here. Right.
But guys, I can't stress enough. Communication... Oh, no, there we go. They switched now. Communication, microphones, communicating, letting each other know. Obviously, the mine hasn't appeared there. The mine circle has just appeared. The mine wasn't there by this stage. It does stay there after you dismantle the mines. And now obviously we're just running back over to the catwalk again. Switching the poison again. And we just keep moving it. It's like hot potato. Keep passing it one by one. Passing it along.
That's alright. Yeah. For some reason the sniper's a lot more stronger.
Obviously one of us has gone down there. We need to get him up obviously because we're going to be immune. I think at this stage I actually passed it to Mr. Mr takes the poison. There you go. And I go and get the guy. Now I'm going to be immune. So we need that other guy up. We need the third guy up because obviously Mr. can't pass it to me. And I'm going to be immune from it. So we need him up. So that's what I'm going to do. Go on and res him. And then both of us bolt over and we hang around Mr. That's what I say. Hang around your other partner like glue. You can tell we're nowhere away from each other. We're so close together half the time. The only time we're split up is if someone goes to res someone, or you know, or something along those lines, or to get the mines, defuse the mines. Obviously, just taking shots, firing at Scholas. He's obviously said there poison. So I've taken it off him again.
Do you have who's got the weapon?
And it's just it's key work, guys. It's just talking, communicating, passing it one by one.
I'll go do the mines right now.
Alright.
And this total thing took us 16 minutes 22 seconds.
I don't know, but he's fucking me up.
It was so quick to do.
Oh,
Now obviously the mine has appeared, so I'm just defusing. Mister's popped his bubble to help protect us. I've got mine, but obviously we've got it reserved in case we need it for the other mines. But you don't need 2 Titans to do this.
Okay, B.
Fucking hell, he likes to fire at us, doesn't he?
But just calling things out, saying, letting your mates know when you've got bubble, letting them know when you're available and everything like that. Don't stand too far forward on that bubble because the splash damage will hurt you.
Oh, I got hit by a sniper.
Obviously that glitch that used to happen in Vault of Glass still does happen. Now obviously our mate has gone to dismantle the line on B or C. I think he's actually gone to do B actually. And by this stage he's heading over towards C. I'm running over there to help back him up in case he needs it.
Alright, I'm meeting you.
But even then, we're still on the outside. Nowhere near running towards the center of the map.
Take it. Right behind you. Right behind you.
There, absorb the poison.
Should we go?
And now we're going to go and res Mister, because obviously we need the third person who's not immune. We'll go, mate, he's gone invisible. I don't really care at this stage if I die, because to be honest, while it might be inconvenient, the poison will still count down, and it will still get passed to somebody else. So there, obviously I've just said poison. Take it off me, guys. Someone's come to grab it.
Alright.
There he is. Oh, fuck, he got me.
And no.
Shield's down, guys.
Like I said, far from perfect flawless run, but we still did it in 16 minutes anyway. I popped a synth, as you see, but nothing ends up happening. I still only got 1 rocket, which sucks. That bug still does happen from time to time.
Do you have the tank?
Yeah, I've got 20 seconds, so we're up for the
As you see, the guys are fairly close together.
Oh, fucking shit.
Snipers, fucking hell. Right. Rory, I meet you at the end.
Obviously, the hallway's a little bit too busy, so Mister's just switched it,
Right.
and they're back over on this other platform again. And that's all it is, guys. It's just running from one to the other, run to the other,
Yeah,
just keeping each other close by,
I heard him.
just switching it between. Now, obviously, Mister is going to be immune, so they need me up to obviously give the poison to.
Alright, I need you
So
to
they
take
res
that
me,
message from
and I absorb it straight away.
Taking it.
Because obviously by this stage he's saying 6 seconds, 5 seconds, so I've grabbed it straight away.
Any bubble from anyone?
Fucking
Can't pop a synth because of the glitch,
Yeah, 1 second.
so I've only got one rocket, so I'm just going to simply focus on some ads.
Yeah, that one's weak for you.
But that's it, guys. Don't waste time. Don't bother wasting time sitting there waiting for Scholas to come to you. Do ad control. Get rid of those ads first, then worry about Scholas.
3.
Right,
I
come on.
can't take it. I'm
You take it.
immune.
I've got it.
My bubble's ready.
Soup is ready.
Got an ammo sensor real fast.
Weapons of
Got
light.
it. Oh, yes!
Nice.
And that's it. He's down. That's all it is, guys. And now we dance. Dancing, dancing. No worries, guys. Look, I hope this was important. I hope this has helped you guys out a little bit. Giving you some idea on how we've done it. Like I say, we're far from perfect from doing this. But at the end of the day, let me know in the comment section below what you think. Let me know if it's helped. And if it does, always give us a like. Thanks, guys. Enjoy. Have a great night. Enjoy your Prisoner of Elders.